Hello, this is Michael Paul with the New Orleans Scottish Rite College. I'd like to do a short video today that takes a look at things that we sometimes believe and the fact that we can sometimes just be wrong. Some time back, I saw a lively discussion between two Masons. One was a past master and the other was not. The discussion concerned the subject of lodges doing business on the end of an apprentice degree. A couple of years ago, I did a video on that very subject, but that subject is not the point of this video. It was something else that came out during the debate. While the brother advocating for lodges to work on the end of an apprentice degree made his case, the brother arguing against it, he was the past master, did not say anything other than give his reason as to why he believes it can't be allowed. He said that conducting business on the end of an apprentice degree is not allowed because it would be an innovation in Masonry, which he said is simply not allowed. I've heard this before in a few different places. The past master is simply wrong. This past master made two mistakes in his position. One was a historical error, and the other was an error of definition. The historical error was in believing that working on the end of an apprentice degree was something new. Far too many times, we see something as having always been that way. We usually see it as having always existed if it has been unchanged for as long as we have been Masons or those right before us. The fact is that prior to the early to mid-1800s, Masonic lodges in the U.S. worked on the end of an apprentice degree. This was the norm for Masonic lodges. It was only after that time that U.S. lodges made the change to working on the Master Mason degree. This change was likely made in large part because of the strong anti-Masonic activities that were taking place mainly in the New England states during the early to mid-1800s. It seems that there was a feeling that the business of a lodge could only be entrusted to those who had completed the Master Mason degree. Regardless of the actual reason, business of a lodge made the switch from working on the end of an apprentice degree to working on the Master Mason degree beginning in the early 1800s. By the mid-1800s, all U.S. Grand Lodges had made the switch to conducting lodge business meetings to the Master Mason degree. So if making a change in a degree which a lodge conducts its business is an innovation, then that innovation was made when lodges switched to conducting business on the Master Mason degree. But what is an innovation? The idea that Masonry cannot make innovations is nonsense. It's done every year at Grand Lodge sessions. Every time the Grand Lodge approves a resolution or a lodge amends its bylaws, that's an innovation. When it is said that no Mason or body of Masons can make innovations in Masonry, it is clearly implied that this means unauthorized innovations. For example, if a Mason decides on his own that he can amend his obligations to ones that suit him better, well, he's wrong. That would be an unauthorized innovation. No Mason on his own is authorized to make changes in any aspect of our ritual or laws without following proper channels. Likewise, if someone stands up during a lodge meeting and suggests that he wants to change the bylaws, and then the lodge immediately votes to make these changes, well, that's usually not allowed in a lodge setting. Changing a lodge's bylaws and how to do it is usually clearly spelled out in the Grand Lodge law books. It's usually necessary for all of the members of the lodge to be given proper notice of proposed change so that they will have the opportunity of discussing and voting on the change. It was never meant that innovations are never allowed in Masonry. It simply meant that improper innovations are not allowed. Lodges and Grand Lodges have defined methods of making changes or innovations in their laws and practices. When the proper methods are followed, innovations can and are made. When you wonder about any aspect of Freemasonry, ask questions. If you receive answers that seem problematic, continue asking and seeking, but don't ask questions online or on forums, lists, or other like venues. The guy online may be giving you the 100% correct answer for his jurisdiction, but it can be 100% wrong for yours. Look in your jurisdiction's book of law. Write or phone your Grand Secretary's office. Ask your District Deputy Grand Master or a Mason that you know to be knowledgeable. Do a little digging. Answers can always be found with a little work. Thank you for watching. If you like the videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to us. See you next time.